Hello everyone, my name is Nathan Chara Vijita. You can call me by Nathan, and I'm here to present to you guys about the final project of chemistry course. And today we are going to talk about the effect of electrolysis and methanation as catalyst to net zero emission in the industrial region. Now, this topic is related with the electrochemistry area, and we'll talk about that in it. Now, for the table of contents, there are 5 points, and each of them are introduction, methodology, metrolysis, and methanation combination concept. And the next one is results and discussion, and the last one is conclusion. Conclusion. Now, we'll get to the point of introduction first. What is the main problem? Now, the main problem is about that various issues in the world is faced by everyone, and it is the emission. Now, the existence of emission goes along with the availability of living things. Annually, humans can produce emissions with the value of 4.7 tons of CO2. And if we transform that value into a daily scale, it will be around 11.67 kilogram of CO2 as per capita global. Now, humans can produce emissions in an abnormal proportion. However, it is not the humans themselves, but instead the activities and things related to them, such as industrial, transportation, agriculture, and power generators. Every region will have different conditions. Now, some parts of the world produce higher emissions than some of the other regions. The industrial sector is the core contributor to the world's emissions. It is mainly found in the production of construction materials, power generators, and gases. Now, net zero emission is a matter that many people yearn for, a construct of idea to reach normality and well-managed global emission in a continuous and long-term period, as you can see by the key parts that is in the PowerPoint presentation. Now, researchers and inventors have found multiple different methods to manifest that idea. However, challenges lies ahead that is one of them by lack of resource, massive energy usage, inefficient implementation, and lack of initiatives from relevant parties. Now, but what relevant parties means is some kind of like government or parties that is conducted with the relevant areas. Now, this study aims to analyze how the industrial sector of production, mining, manufacturing, construction, and agriculture can get a positive impact and good fortune by applying electrolysis and methanation reactions in the emission process of each sector. As an example of the production industry, cement production emits gaseous substance. Mainly it is in the form of CO2, which is a major emission gas that has been floating around for a long time, then piles up in the sky and increases the average temperature of the world substantially. Now, oh, that's the key points. Sorry. I thought the key points have already been displayed. You can see, and then the next point is about the methodology. Now, how to make this system? The methodology part is divided into 6 parts. As you can see, there is a formulation of verifications, definition of precise scope, location of literature, selection and evaluation of relevant literature, literature analysis, and report findings. Now, this method is conducted to found the materials that will be displayed on the presentation. Okay, sorry. Now, the study aims to aid and give true information in the context of scalability and proper performance towards the industrial sectors of production mining, manufacturing, construction, and agriculture with the applications of electrolysis and methanation as catalysts to reach the main goal of achieving net zero emission. Thus, to fully maximize the point of this study, major materials, references, and sources have been taken from and credited to each their own. Obtained materials are used Okay, next. Obtained materials are used according to display and clarify this study, which is electrolysis and methanation. The collection of related works regarding this study is taken from the works in the last 5 years, and with the best explanation of things, which is the concept, meaning, and definition prior to that period. Now, structured illustrations are provided with pictures to give a thorough description of the ongoing process, which is explained in the specification of subtheme. Now, this is the methodology of collecting the information. Okay, next point is about the concept of electrolysis and methanation itself. Now, what are them? What are those? To give a grasp of knowledge and as a base of regarding the various technologies that use the method technology, this is an overview of the electrolysis and methanation process. The electrolysis of water is a method to break apart water into hydrogen and oxygen. By electrolysis, a technique that uses a direct electric current or DC to initiate a chemical reaction that does not happen in a spontaneous period. Water electrolysis needs at least a potential difference of around 1.23 volts. At that voltage, however, it would require external heat as well. Therefore, around 1.5 volts is usually used. Afterwards, the methanation reaction is the transformation via hydrogenation to turn carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide into methane. Its reactions, which is COX, were discovered at first by Sabatier and Senderens in 1902. The reactants have various amounts of applications in practice. It functions as a way of removal from processed gases and is currently in a situated discussion for it to be an alternative to rocks for fuel cells of mobile. As you can see by the picture, that is an electrolysis. Now, the usage of electrolysis and methanation is to establish a base for industrial or large-scale implementation, as what had been formerly clarified in detail in which industrial sectors they are. Therefore, the system has multiple purposes to be gained from. Now, the first one is the production of methane. It can be used intensively for fuel of heat and light, also for the manufacture of organic chemicals. Now, the reduction of global emission, also one of them, and the economic growth, which can be increased by the future of jobs, profit, and investors greatly. And lastly, the environmental aid, to keep a controlled and stable atmosphere for the future of generations. The desire to decarbonize products of industrial waste and emissions, also escalating the benefit of renewable resources, either by energy or raw materials, has pioneered the rise of a new production methods. In order to combat global warming and reach the objectives set by the Paris Agreement in 2015, it is necessary to remove large amounts of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere until gigatons measure of CO2. Now, the Paris Agreement aims to restrict the rise in global average temperatures to under 2 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial levels, and make an expectation to limit the increase in temperature to 1.5 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial levels. This implies that the world must reach a state of global net zero emissions by the middle of the 21st century. So that's about 20 years from now. Therefore, the expectation to achieve it has been planted, and researchers have developed a new technologies called the electrolysis and methanation, and this is where the topic is discussed. The purpose is to reduce and mitigate the emissions of the industrial sector. The method denotes combining alkaline water by the picture you can see you can see in the presentation, which produce synthetic gas from the use of carbon, and then a methanation reactor will transform the synthetic gas into methane. Prior to this study, some people had discussed and worked on negative emission technology by transforming CO2 into a new product. So this is another form of technology that is discussed in another design into a new product or fraction of its building material, which is carbon and oxygen. The research discovers that dissolving CO2 back to its original form of oxygen and carbon is not spontaneous reaction, and the opposite when it is combined with carbon dioxide. It means that it is not efficient and ineffective to break apart CO2 into its original form. And it is explained in a detailed scope that you can see in thermodynamics called the Gibbs free energy. Now, research presents an overview related to the use of alkaline electrolyzers and methanation reactions as the environmental impact of methane production. Research proposed an ocean-central CO2 removal method by adding chemicals that react with peripheral CO2 in the seawater, or by increasing the alkalinity of the seawater, and research is developing an electrolyzer technology to transform CO2 into CO by using abundant catalyst supplies on Earth, which is by copper oxide nanowires that are modified with lead oxide. Here, hence, to make a substance into a more useful product, it needs an addition or disconnection of a compound with appropriate tools and materials. Then it can be turned into other substances such as oxygen, carbon, methane, or hydrogen. Now, by the picture you can see. To begin, there's a two plates or electrodes that is hooked with a that are hooked with a source of DC circuit power, and then placed into a container filled with water. Afterwards, hydrogen starts to form near the electrodes, which is called the cathode, and one of them is the anode, and the oxygen forms at the anode. The process is defined as electrochemistry, which means to assume in an ideal Faraday efficiency, the production of hydrogen is double the amount compared to oxygen, and both are proportionate with the whole amount of charge that is emitted by the liquid substance. For further information, the speed of the process depends on electrolytic cells. Therefore, to increase its efficiency, interpolation of electrolytes, which is by adding a substance that contains electrolytes, such as acid bisulfite, or electrocatalysts are required. In a small magnitude of 5%, hydrogen gas is produced by electrolysis, while the majority is still coming from either process of steam reforming or semi-oxidation of coal and any other heavy water-based carbon. Also, electrolysis is used to emit oxygen in the International Space Station. For your information, as a fun fact as well. Both of those are instances where electrolysis is used in the industrial area. Now, this study focused on the process and product of utilizing a system that combines an alkaline electrolysis and methanation reaction. So both of them are required. The alkaline Walter electrolysis is built in a pellet pan with a size of 50 by 50 by 60 centimeters for the production of synthesis gas. Within the system, the electrolytic solution is stored at the top of the reservoir, which will then feed into the electrolyzer. The electrolyzer, the electrolyzer functions as a tank for electrodes and a place for electrochemicals reaction to happen, and it occurs at temperatures of 373 Kelvin and 5 bar to produce synthesis gas. Now, if we continue on, you can see that the methanation reactor. This graph, no, not this graph. This picture shows that how a methane reactor produce methane. Okay, methanation is a concept that has a goal to produce methane, like what the name said. It requires two different substances to create it, which are hydrogen and carbon oxides, and that comes from the electrolysis area. It is, however, has different conversion source of oxides. The use of carbon monoxide is named to CO methanation, and with carbon dioxide it is called CO2 methanation, which basically means the couple are exothermic. It discharges energy in a phase of light or heat. You can see by the next presentation, this is what it means by the conversion of methane from electrolysis and methanation. Now, within the industrial field, the use case of methanation is variant. It is mainly, however, in the creation of synthetic natural gas, or abbreviated as SNG, and ammonia synthesis. Regarding synthetic natural gas or substitute natural gas, methanation plays a significant role. Subsequent to the process of gasification from either coal or wood that makes gases out of it, it goes to a methanation reaction to create the gas at the final step, which is purification. Likewise, for ammonia synthesis production, frequently used catalysts are poisonous when in contact with CO and CO2. Therefore, following various steps of production with hydrogen, Methanation catalysts are needed to dismiss a buildup of carbon dioxide in the loop of ammonia synthesis, since methane does not resemble any warring effects in ammonia rates. By the pictures, you can see that this is what it means. This is the electrolyzer that I have explained before, like the 50 by 50 by 60 electrolyzer. And then the next one is about the structure for methane generation. You can see that there's a wire coil and a source of DC that is flowing to it. Now, based on the former explanation of electrolyzer, its final product is synthetic gas. Therefore, many different carbon channels can be chosen from, such as graphite electrodes or using biomass of leftover straw or cork remains. In a situation where biomass is used, the graphite electrode is changed with a stainless steel electrode. The emitted gas from the tank contains a certain amount of moisture that needs to be dissipated. A cylinder-shaped collector gathers the steam, and after setting apart any additional moisture, by running through a molecular sieve of a container, it got condensed. The tanks operated on the container that has a molecular sieve. All connecting pipes are composed of polytetrafluoroethylene, or abbreviated as PTFE. The reaction of methanation, known as Sabatier process, is conducted in a compact reactor that operates under atmospheric pressure and at a temperature of 398 Kelvin. At that moment, the required elements, hydrogen and carbon dioxide, are transformed into methane through the use of a catalyst based on nickel. The reactor consists of a contained catalyst and sphere of glass inside a steel tube, encircled with a ceramic jacket that functions to maintain a constant electrical resistance to keep the temperature of the reactor. The structure is covered with stone wool to prevent temperature loss and safety measures. Following through the reactor, the gases are cooled and then liquid is set out after analyzing the reaction products is finished. Now, for energy usage, the electrolyzer is assumed to be around 1 kilowatt of power, as you can see by the description in the image, inclusive of the additional equipment and instrumentation. Furthermore, the reactor requirements of energy to maintain the heat to functional temperature were calculated by using thermodynamic extrapolation. We can continue on by going to the next point is about the results and discussion. Now, as you can see, the table, there's two tables, right? Now, the top one is explaining about the calculated impact of environmental prospects from the production of methane at an hourly rate. Now, the impact is has many impact. The impact shows many category, and I will explain them one by one. To increase the comprehension of notable key points in a life cycle that ought to be enhanced later, it is required to emphasize that all premise cycle of stages, as well as the various types of materials and even energy consumption. Therefore, a variation of items were categorized into four different categories: shipment of building components and reactions, raw components, building components, and power. Sorry. Per the data presented in Table 2, it shows the environmental indicators value of the scenario with graphite electrode. In energy generation and exertion, it is mainly in photochemical ozone formation potential, acidification potential, and climate change of categories in environmental influence. Likewise, it portrays 50% of the total influence in the human toxicity section. Based on the data, current energy generation is majorly still by burning fossil fuels, which leads to the contribution of greenhouse gas emissions, especially CO2, and contaminants such as SOx and also NOx. Building materials are relevant in mineral resource depletion and ozone depletion environmental impact, so changes are set by the technical constraints. No actions was made to determine which building components hold the greatest effect. Raw components have a significant impact on human toxicity and freshwater eutrophication potential from the categories. Okay, now the bottom table indicates the value of the category impact in the environment on given scenario. Now, since graphite is not a renewable resource, it is needed to be replaced with an organic and renewable one. There is an idea and interest to change it to agriculture or forestry waste, such as sawdust, straws, weeds, scraps, and dry herbage. Now, there is also another possibility of using photovoltaic systems as a renewable source of electricity. This means it is highly possible to design a fully green and non-emissive by varying the source of electricity and carbon based on the presented data in the table number 2. It can be concluded as well that modifying the electricity source to photovoltaic formerly from the grid can reduce emissions up to 80% rather than transforming the source of carbon. Now, by the table explained, can we conclude that the topic is about the analysis regarding, oh, sorry, this text. We can conclude that the topic is regarding the environmental influence in methane production from a pilot unit that derived from a combination of electrolyzer and methanation that was conducted using the methodology of life cycle assessment or LCA. The results state that energy, raw materials, and building components all play an important role in each category of environmental performance impacts. Several scenarios have improved that were designed by arranging the source of electricity, transitioning from grid to photovoltaics, examining various sources of biomass, and replacement of graphite with biomass. That is the main point of this study, to aid and give thorough information in the context of scalability, and proper performance towards the industrial sector. Moreover, technology will continue to evolve and develop. New technology from different approaches will likely take over and be a sector from this topic, that is electrolysis and methanation, and can also be combination of alkaline and other topics as well. Now that's all from me. Now the last part is about this. Thank you. Now the link is presented, and that's where the presentation reference to, which is an essay that I have wrote about in the past that you can see by clicking in the link. Now that's all. See you guys. Bye bye.